Hi, my name's Andrew, and this is Oksana.
Good evening. Today we will talk about the void area within us. Void area is located around our stomach, and on our hands we could feel the state of our void area on our palms like that, left void and right void.
The word void is kind of an unusual word. It means nothing, and it's kind of hard to explain. So how is there a nothing in this area of our body? Doesn't make sense mentally in that way. Well, let's look at the word void in another way, is that it's an uncharted territory. And the quality of this chakra is that journey through introspection of self-mastery, learning to be your own master of yourself, your own spiritual guide. And so you're going through really an uncharted territory, and everything you're learning is something personal and something that you alone are figuring out.
What is the mastery within us? In Sahaja Yoga, when energy Kundalini crosses this void area, the mastery is enlightened. And the mastery is mastery of our attention, mastery to be able to maintain our vibrations, to feel vibrations better, and mastery to fix whatever subtle problems we have within ourselves. So we could have mainly two problems. Either we have problems on the left side, or we could have problems on the right side. The Guru principle within us will identify what are the problems and how to fix them.
It's really quite easy if you're experienced at meditation, and if you're not, don't worry. After some time, you'll start to feel the sensitivity on your hands. You can actually put out your hands like this, and you can feel, is there a cool or warmth in the palm areas of either hand? If the palm area, not the dead center, but on the sides, if it's cool, that means that quality of your own self-mastery is established. You're not having any tension or trouble. So if you put out your hands like this, and one side, let's say the left is cool, then the left side, you've figured out those issues of self-mastery. On the right side, however, if you're feeling warmth, then that would be a sign that you have something to work out. Or, once again, if you have cool on the right side, you've also figured that out. So now let's talk about the qualities of either side and things we can look for to try to fix if we're feeling a warmth on either side.
Like I said before, in Sahaja Yoga, we become aware of our vibrations, and we use this principle of mastery to figure out what are the problems. So if we feel that we have problems, say on the left side, we're too emotional, maybe we think about the past too much, we are upset all the time, is in our introspection as a guru, we'll say, okay, let's move from the left to the right, from inaction to action. Let's buy an organizer, let's do something. This way you would move from the left side. Now, what happens if we're already on the left side? And we know that left side, on the right side, we know that the right side, it starts from Swadisthan chakra and it crosses our agya and goes into the ego. So when we work too much, when we think too much, we become a little egotistical. To jump from the right side, what we do, we try to watch ourselves. This way, we move into our central channel. And this is this channel where all great gurus that were born on this earth, that's where they were.
Let's go back to the left side and the guru quality of the left void area. So if your left hand would feel warm. Here are some possibilities why it would feel warm. One is that you really rely on other people for advice and direction. And you have a little bit of a low confidence in yourself. So like you really, when you're reading a self-help book or you're listening to your friends, you're really following what other people say, and you just need to build up your own confidence and try to do some things on your own. And that's how you learn from your own experiences. And if you fall on your face, you fall on your face. But you learn, and because you went through that experience, now you have that confidence to try again. So that's kind of a quality if you're feeling a warmth on the left side. Try to see what are your own ideas. What are you feeling that's right for you? Of course, I'm not saying not to get anybody's advice on anything, but that kind of confidence comes from that side. As Oksana said on the right side, if you're overthinking and over planning, sometimes you get into ego and you become overconfident and you're actually giving other people advice and you're trying to dominate and you're interfering with other people's life and other people's path. They have to figure out their own life. If you keep teaching them and helping them, you forget, what do you need to work on yourself? So when you feel that heat on the right, in the right void area, it could be a sign that your attention is kind of on other people and correcting other people and teaching or helping, instead of maybe just putting on the brakes and calming down a bit and learning some things about yourself. And as Oksana wrapped it up by saying, gurus from the past and spiritual people from past have always been giving us this message to move into balance in the center.
Yes, there were great 10 gurus that were born on this earth, like Moses, Abraham, Socrates, Lao Tzu, Confucius. And if you look at all their teaching, there is one thing that we could say, this is how to be balanced. It's the 10 commandments within us. Why is it so important? Because if we don't have these commandments, if we move to the right or to the left, we want to grab land, grab people, or we move too much on the right, or we become sly and we want to steal, then we move to the left. And it really hinders our evolution and the path of Kundalini.
We have a roadmap. It can be hard to follow, like the 10 Commandments. The roadmap is just for our own benevolence. It's for our own advantage, nobody else's. We could maybe add, I think we got up to 6 gurus there. I think the last there's Shirdi Sainath from India, Guru Nanak from India,
Raja
Janaka from India, and then the final one was Zarathustra.
Yes.
So these are 10 enlightened beings that walked this earth that taught people essentially a similar message. They're all fruits on the same tree of life. They're all teaching the message to live in balance and live in harmony with each other. And they all have amazing vibrations, and you might like to do research on the 10 different gurus and enjoy. And it's such a variety and such a, we're going from China all the way to Greece, all the way to India. So very inclusive, multicultural, general message of love that can transcend any culture at any time period. These time periods go from, I think, 14,000 years ago up until 1920s with Shirdi Sainath in India.
Now we will watch Sri Mataji lecture. She'll talk about what is the guru in Sahaja Yoga and how you could become your own guru.
Guru principle is extremely strict, and the strictness made many people could not conform to the ideals of a disciple. In those days, the guru had to be absolutely the authority, and it was the guru who would decide which disciples he'll have. And one had to go into great tapasya, to great penances, to even become a disciple. And this hardship was the only way the guru used to judge. Gurus would always live in jungles, and they would select their disciples, very few, very, very few. And they had to go and beg food from the neighboring villages and cook food for their Guru with their own hands and feed the Guru. That sort of Guru business is not in search. That basically we must understand that the difference between those styles of Guruship and that we have now is this, that very few individuals were given the chance to become the Guru. Very few. And these few also were selected out of quite a lot of people, and they felt that there was something really special, that they are being selected, chosen, and that whatever they will have to go through is all welcome. With this idea, they became the disciples. But Sahaja Yoga is a very different thing. I would say just the opposite. First of all, your Guru is a mother, and who suffers from Sandra Karuna. At the slightest things that happen to you, my eyes get filled with tears. So, as a mother, to be a Guru is a very difficult thing. But at the same time, for you to achieve heights is also difficult. Because you get lost when I love you so much, and in that love you forget sometimes that the progress in your being is very slow. It is important that in Sahaja Yoga you have to be strict with yourself. That's why I said that you have to be your own Guru, which people do not understand what it means. You have to be your own Guru means you have to guide yourself, you have to treat yourself as your disciple, and you have to trim yourself. If you do not understand the responsibility as Sahaja of working it out yourself, everything, you cannot move very fast, because it is a different type of relationship between the Guru and the disciples. So first, I have always said you become your own Guru. So you have to make a lot of introspection and fix your ideals. Before you, I am sitting. You have seen me how I am. I can eat anything. I need not eat at all for days together. I can sleep anywhere. I may not sleep at all. I travel for miles together untiringly. I have this energy because I am a Guru of myself also. So the first thing is that there should be a lot of introspection. What's wrong with me, not wrong with others? What's wrong with me? Am I seeking the comfort of my body? The attention, is it on my body or on my spirit? If so, what am I doing? I think best thing is to write it down. Can I sleep on the grass? Can I sit on the stone? You have to make this body work. Can I sleep anytime I like, and can I keep awake anytime I like? I've seen people doze off. The reason is this, not that they're bad or in any way indisciplined people, but because inside they're tired. If you're tired inside, then you feel tired all the time. You'll see on the television, if you see people in the West, they're always sitting like this. Because they're so very tired. Why are they so tired? They don't work so hard. So introspect how you behave. Now when you start introspecting yourself, you'll also start introspecting your surroundings and your styles and your methods and what you are doing to yourself because of the conditionings of the outside. Now the conditionings of the outside in the West are of a psychological nature. Indians have other conditionings which are also quite surprising, or we should say the Western people, they must wash their hand 10 times. Even if their skin comes out, they go on washing like mad. They must have a bathroom attached to them all the time. They must have their baths. If they don't have bath, they are not comfortable. They have other conditionings also. All kinds of stupid conditionings they have, but the conditionings that we have in the West are more psychological, and that's why you cannot find out.
Let's now have a short meditation together. Please take your hands and put them on your lap like this. You can take a couple deep breaths. And now let's watch a little meditation video. Try not to think. If you're thinking, just say, I forgive. And let's try to raise our energy once or twice. See, when you're meditating, do you feel a little cool energy out the top of your head or in the palms of your hands? Let's enjoy a little meditation together.
Welcome back. In this segment, we will answer some of your questions. Do we have any questions?
Yes, we have 3 questions so far. You mentioned many gurus. Is there one particular guru that is more prominent than the others?
All the gurus are equally great. They've all come to us on a tree of life, all different fruits. They've all come with a spiritual message for our benevolence. So it's like, I don't know, is your grandma or grandpa the better person? You love them both. You can't say. There's no one more prominent like that.
Yeah, we have to respect all real gurus, the gurus that were realized souls. There are many good gurus nowadays, and there is a very good way we could learn about gurus. Basically, we could just feel on our hands. When we could say names or read books of these gurus, we could feel cool on our hands. This way we know that the knowledge is real spiritual knowledge. But also we become our own guru. So there is a guru that's growing within us.
Essentially, messages from gurus and spiritual teachers should make you feel at peace and balanced, not making you feel greedy or agitated. The message should be for your benevolence. There should not be a motive behind it. These are timeless messages. It's not a business. It's not a power orientation. It's not for somebody's advantage. It's just for straight benevolence. So those kind of feelings you get and those kind of mental feelings that you receive when you hear messages of gurus should reflect that benevolence.
Any other questions?
2 more questions. Can you recommend a good guru?
That's a great question.
I think that goes back to you have to become your own guru, and you have to learn how to meditate and research spirituality.
I would say that in the old times, when people tried to learn about spirituality to achieve their moksha, to achieve their self-realization, they would try to find some spiritual guru in Himalayas maybe, and they would go through all kinds of troubles. The guru would put them through all kinds of renunciations and some really hard work to become realized. And maybe by the end of their lives, they might become realized. What happens with Sahaja Yoga, modern Sahaja Yoga, is that your Kundalini would be awakened the first time you start meditating. It means that first your Kundalini is awakened, you become your own guru, and with the light of Kundalini, you basically could feel what are the problems. So you don't need anybody else to tell you, you have to work on your Nabhi, you have to work on your Agya. You don't need to. On your hands, you will feel, oh, there is a problem, say here. My Agya is caught up, so I have to work with my Agya. This is the mastery that you are building in within. That's the important thing in the Sahaja Yoga meditation.
In the past, people depended on others for that enlightenment. And you would join an ashram, you would follow the Buddha, you would move to the Himalayas, give up your family, because you were looking for the light of a teacher to teach you. And you would hope by the end of all this hard work, as Oksana said, that light would illuminate inside yourself. But with the Sahaja Yoga meditation, it's the complete opposite. You don't have to join a group or go live in the Himalayas or the jungles. This light is awakened in you now. When you feel the energy, if you feel this energy, it means that light is awakened. And that light is helping you decide what's good for you for your own benevolence. When you feel cool vibrations, you're on the right path. When you feel really disturbed or agitated or want to run after something, you know that will take you off your path. So now you have that enlightenment. Are you an absolutely fantastic person yet? No, not yet. But you have that ability to go down that path now and to become the kind of person that you want to be.
Another question?
Yes, last question. How can I distinguish between a real guru and a pretentious guru?
I think the easiest answer for that, if I can say, if there's someone and it's a money-making business, don't bother with it. If it's someone that you're paying to learn knowledge from, I think that would be a pretty clear sign to not go for that.
Yeah, I would say that in spirituality there are no secret knowledge. The knowledge is there are no special mantra that will make you better than others, or no special formula. It's all built within us. If we are born human beings, we have ability to get our realization, to get our enlightenment from within, not from somebody else.
There's nobody who's special, that has a special gift in a way. You have to develop that on your own, and every human being has that built in. Everyone can achieve spirituality. It's not for some people and not others.
No question. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. See you next week.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you have any questions whatsoever or suggestions, please send us an email. We'll be more than happy to get back to you.